Luckily, you don't have to wait for tomorrow because we are back right now. We've got 45s, we've got iron, and we are live from the Park District of Forest Park here for Game 2 of our Monday night doubleheader. Monday, Wednesday, men's Major League action about to get underway. Iron taking the field right now. Just finished their warm-ups. 45s, of course, just finished a 13-1 victory over Pharaohs to start things off. So this game actually starting much quicker than the last one. Our last game, of course, delayed, as I mentioned, due to a pipe in left field. Apparently we got some faulty grass seed and we're growing pipes out there now. But we got it fixed. Joe Presto, maintenance man extraordinaire. So here, Iron in the field. CJ warming up as we speak, pitching to Mark Kulaga. And then in the outfield, left to right, it's Tyler Atkins, Nick Wind, and Brian Toomey. Left to right across the infield, Spencer Stanek, Chapo Belinas, Marco Macias, Billy Quirk, and Joe Wygos. Here for the 45. Similar lineup to what we got over in Game 1. Anthony Sanchez will be leading off this time, though. I believe he showed up a bit late in Game 1. That's why he was down towards the bottom of the lineup. We're used to seeing him in the one hole and in left field. So Anthony leading off, playing left field. Jimmy, number 2. Then Nate, Scotty, Jeff, Chris, Mikey, Joe, and then Danny, Isidro, and Chucky. We'll be getting to the 45's defense after this half inning. Glad to have you with us. Of course, if you missed in the first broadcast, we're going to be doing something a little bit new this year. Instead of Mondays and Wednesdays, all men's Major League, we're going to be doing Monday nights, men's Major League, and then Tuesday nights, we're going to be doing men's A-League. So our A-League teams made a lot of noise in the No Glove Nationals tournament last year. They're going to be getting some stream time here live from the Park District of Forest Park on Tuesday nights. It should be good as Sanchez ropes that one foul down the right side. Like they might have been drying that one off. It did rain quite a bit here yesterday, so towards the outsides of the grass, there's some accumulated water. The fields did a great job, though, kind of drying off. That was the main purpose of our field project. As that one hit up past CJ, right past the arm of Billy for a leadoff single there for Anthony, and here comes Jimmy with a runner on first. But if the light catches it right, you might notice just past our guy Ram coaching first base, there's a couple of wet spots over there in the dirt and the grass. But that's about it. It used to be if it would rain 2 or 3 days, the water would just kind of sit there, had nowhere to go. Now it has somewhere to go. The ground. Jimmy hits that one over between Chapo and Spencer. Good piece there. Atkins gets it in, and quickly it's runners on first and second. Yeah, it's crazy because thank you for the compliment, Airborne. The fields look gorgeous. It's crazy because we didn't really get much of a grow season before we had to get the fields ready and playable. So the grass still has a lot of kind of filling out to do. It looks good, but there's definitely some spots where it's got to keep going. So we've still got a lot of growth and a lot of green coming in, but it's night and day difference from what it used to be. As that one over to second, Billy with it, throws to first, gets the out. Bingo, bango, no bongo necessary there on the line out and throw out from Billy Quirk. So a quick 2 there. Nate lines out. Anthony stays at second. But yeah, between all the crazy temperature changes, we had a lot of late snow and everything else. The grass really never had a chance to flourish, but it's getting there. I'd say a couple more weeks and it's going to look lush. Scotty hits that one in to left, right at Atkins. Atkins comes up firing to second. Anthony is going to score, so The double play doesn't hurt too bad as Scotty stays hot, gets another RBI. It's been a busy day offensively for the 45's third baseman here tonight so far. Excellent to hear so far. Everyone's having good experience with the stream. The new hotspot paying off. Woo! Yeah, Memo, the infield leveled off. Home plate's where it should be. Everything looks a lot better, and the lip is a little less violent now. As Jeff hits that one just past the outstretched arm of Marco. Throw comes back in from Wind. Jeff off the bag holds it first, so first and third there. Chris coming up, still 2 outs. Chris flips that one foul to the left side. Memo watching at home. I know you'll notice that where Chris is standing right now in that left-hand batter's box, I'm sure by like week 3 or 4 it's going to be completely dug out and cratered. But right now it's flat, so you know that everything else is level because that's usually the spot that tends to go pretty quickly. So no craters at as of 8:34, 5-5-25. Yeah, really nice hitting from the 45's early. This one into center in front of Wind. Jeff, big turnaround second. Play comes a third. Throw slightly offline. Chris into second. Good read there from Lentine. Scotty scores. Jeff over to third. Good read from him. Second and third, another run across for the 45's. And they're picking up where they left off in game 1 for sure. So CJ bringing his outfielders in. Mikey looking to add another one to the board. 2-0 lead early in the top of the first for the 45's. Illegal pitch there. No look pickoff attempt. Good look there from CJ. Quick pitch over to Mikey. CJ wanted that one. Oscar says you can't step on the mound and just go. Tried to quick pitch him. Mikey hits that one over to right. Toomey back in. The gap makes the catch a little low, so they get out number 3, but not before. The 45's put 2 across. We head to the bottom of the first. Sorry, Iron coming up. The 45's are so in phase right now. It's their softball days, and defensively they've got Anthony, Chuck, and Isidro left to right in the outfield. In the infield, it's Scotty, Jeff, Nate, Danny, and Joe. Jimmy over on the mound, and Chris behind the plate. So Jimmy pitching instead of Izzy in this one. And then for Iron, the batting lineup is going to be Tyler Atkins, Spencer Stanek, Billy Quirk, Chapo Bolinas, Brian Toomey, Joe Wygos, Marco Macias, Mark Kulaga, Nick Wind, and CJ. So Iron, looking to catch up to 45's here, chasing 2 early. Iron, a team that we've seen really, I don't want to say grow up a lot, but I guess that's a kind of appropriate term, being one of the younger teams out here. We've seen them really grow and come into their own these last couple of years. I think they really put an exclamation point on that growth in the tournament last year. There were some games where it looked like upset city. You know, nobody gave Iron a chance, and they're in there hanging tough against good teams. They really made some noise, and I think put their names on the map as one of those teams to look out for. So our first look at Iron here this year, playing against a good 45's team. So getting battle tested early as we march towards the end of July. No glove nationals. It'll be our 57th no glove nationals. As Atkins hits that one into left center. Sanchez chasing it over. Nice catch with the hands extended. Back to us for out number one. So Spencer Stanek, the third baseman, stepping in here. The lefty takes a deep breath. There's strike one from Moretti. That one up into left. Anthony, a much easier time getting to that one, makes the basket catch up against the hip for out number two. So a quick 2 down. Billy Quirk steps in. Chapo on deck. Billy hits that one into center at the feet of Chuck for a 2-out single. So little sign of life there with 2 down for Iron. Shortstop Chapo Bolina steps in. Not sure if there was a 20 in his hand when he shook Oscars, but we'll see what happens on this first pitch. That one up the middle, splits Nate and Jeff. Billy over to third. Good read there to get himself into easier scoring position. So first and third with 2 down. Toomey with a chance to cut the deficit. Jimmy with the pump and the pitch. Good strike to start things off. Misses inside and deep. Toomey, the right fielder for Iron. Hits that one over to Jeff. Jeff with the throw across. Toomey hustling down the line, but a good clean throw from the 45. Shortstop gets him, so nothing doing there in the top of the first for Iron. We head to the bottom of the second. 45's up 2. So top 2, 2-0 45's. Right now they're going to send Joe, Danny, and Isidro to the plate. Chucky if they get there. So 8, 9, 10, 11. 45's victorious 13-1 over the Pharaohs in game 1. Production pretty much top to bottom for the 45's. No real dead spots in their lineup here tonight. Thus far, Iron defense looking to prove me wrong there. Something I tend to be on these softball broadcasts. Joe laces that one back up the middle. Looked like CJ tried to quick pitch him a little bit, and Joe said, that's good. I got all the time I need. So leadoff single there for Paulie. Danny up, runner on first, nobody out. 45's looking to add. Good pitch there to start things off from CJ. Over to first. Joe makes the catch. Can't get back to make the tag. Good job securing the out, though. So one down. Runner still on first. Good job by Joe. Good read getting back. Everything developed pretty quickly. Joe kind of planted down to his heels, though. So unable to really make that quick move forward to make the tag. Otherwise might have had a chance catching Paulie on the dive. Isidro catches a strike there. Strike two. Nice pitch there from CJ. You saw the little double pump step. Like he wanted that one just a little bit late. Good hop. Illegal pitch. Perfect landing. Just a bit too high. That one past Marco, flat-footed. Can't come up with it. Joe over to third. Kind of a delayed turnaround second. That was a good job by Joe. Looked like he was selling that he wasn't going anywhere. And as soon as Toomey came up with that one and started throwing towards the infield, Joe was already halfway to third. So I don't think anyone really anticipated he was going to kick it back up a gear and head over to third. So a good kind of deke there from Joe. Gets him over to third. We've got runners on first and third, one out. Chucky looking to add to the lead. Good opportunity here. A lot of options to make it happen. Roped foul. Joe almost got a hand on it over at first, but pulled back, and that was a wise choice as he was well into fair territory. That ball hooking foul. Yeah, real good base running from the 45s. They've made some really key reads going from second to third on a couple where I didn't think they were going to go. I didn't think they had a chance. But they've made some really good reads, kind of watching the feet of the outfielders and making a break on it. Haven't really been many competitive throws towards third on any of these. I can think of one, and it wasn't that close. That one misses inside. Up the middle, CJ gets a hand on it. So Joe comes in to score. Chapo looked like he might have had a chance with that one coming from short to step on second. You could see him a little frustrated after CJ knocked that one down. Knocked that one over to short where Chapo had just vacated to go make the play on that ball. Run comes in from third to score. 3-0 ball game now. First and second here. One out. That one ropes to the right side, foul. Yeah, I think we got our first chat bot. So friendly reminder that if something comes through the chat promising you a high quality stream or some sort of live stream here from the Park District, the Forest Park, if it doesn't come from PDOFP or myself, Adam Cumby, it's probably bunk. But I don't want to tell you how to live your life. So if you click it, just tell me what happens because I'd like to laugh at you. That one over to Chapo under his hands. Looked like he was trying to play a hop. But Chapo got no hoppo, and that one threw to the outfield for another run coming in. So Isidro in to score. First and second still. So Jimmy hits that one over Joe's head. Joe can't make the play. Chuck around third. He's in to score once again, first to third. So Chuck in to score, just seeing what they get. Looked like Joe landed on Jimmy when he jumped. Jimmy not happy that he landed on him, but Joe got a hand on it, so not sure what Jimmy's frustrated about. Nate rolls that one over to Spencer. Spencer throws to second for one, over to first. Oscar did call him safe at first. I'm quiet because I'm trying to listen to the hot goss from my left. He's watching the ball. That's all I got. So Nate over at first. He's going to take third. Illegal pitch, but Scotty with the swing. He finds himself over on first. So the illegal swing pays off. First and third still here, 2 outs. Jeff up. 45's up 6-0 right now. Illegal pitch there from CJ, just a bit too high, landed proper. Illegal once again. Jeff hits that one over to Chapo. Chapo with the throw across to first. Joe makes the catch for out number 3, but 4 across for the 45's. They extend it to 6-0. We head to the bottom of the second. And in a fortuitous break, Joe Wygos leading off the inning here against Jimmy. Everything seems okay now, and just getting a message through from John Doss over on Facebook. Says, "Rip Swoop, longtime Iron player. Fortunate enough to have crossed paths with him a few times, and what an awesome dude." Real big bummer to hear. But as we get here for the bottom of the second, it's going to be Joe, Marco, and Mark, and then Nick and CJ. Strike 2. Joe didn't agree with that one. Hits that one to left. Sanchez back, turns around, makes the catch, almost overran it. Out number 1. Yeah, 19 runs in 9 innings. Not bad for the 45's at all. Looking like the Cubbies out there. Hey, Cubbies. So short center, Marco Macias up here. Jimmy talking to his outfield. Over to first. Joe plays it on the hop. Jimmy, good job getting over. Nice play there. 3-1. That ball hopped right up into the hands from Joe. Quick hop on him. Made a good quick play. Flipped it over to Jimmy. Great peace of mind from the 45's pitcher to get over quick and cover. So 2 quick outs here for Iron. Mark Kulaga looking to keep things going. Off to let him know Airborne ump having a nice night behind the dish. Oscar doesn't get ready. He stays ready. As that one into left. Sanchez down, makes the shoestring catch for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there for Iron. We head to the top of the 3rd. 45's coming up leading 6-0. So 45s are going to have 6, 7, 8 here. Chris, Mikey, Joe, then Danny, Isidro, and Chucky. Iron looking to hold them at bay. Get back up with the bats. Quiet offensive nights thus far for both of the 45's opponents. But I think so far the focus has to be on the 45's base running here tonight. Extra aggressive on the base path, but not recklessly aggressive, and it's been paying off in spades to the tune of 19 runs in 9 innings. As Chris pushes that one foul to the left side. So CJ gets it back. Got 3 stacked to the right side for the lefty pull. Hits that one into right at the feet of Toomey for a leadoff single. They could have had 10 guys over there. I think Chris probably finds some space with that swing. Perfectly placed ball there. So runner on first for Mikey. Marola takes a ball off the back of the plate. Just caught the back tip. Hits it to the right side. That one's going to be foul. Can Toomey get to it? Slides. Can't hold on to it. Got his hands on it as he hit the ground. It squirted out. Very frustrated with himself, but a great effort there from Brian Toomey. Admittedly, I didn't even think he was going to get to that one. It was tailing away. It was very foul, but Toomey with the range got over there in a hurry. Once again, that one hit at his feet. Chris going back. Toomey with a quick throw to second. Marco can't make the pick. They had a chance to get the lead runner. Chris had to hold up. I think he thought that one was a little bit higher than it actually was. Toomey fired it over to second. Marco couldn't get a hand on it to get the lead runner. So first and second as it was. Nobody out here for Joe. Rolls that one up to Chapo, throws to Marco for one, over to first, bingo, bango, bongo, that's a double play. So good twin killing there from the Iron defense. Chapo kind of chest passed it over to Marco, understanding the importance of quickness in the moment. Marco got rid of it, quick fire to strike over. Danny hits it over to Spencer. Spencer leaning to his left, can't come up with it cleanly. Once again, looked like his eyes started to go before his hands. Couldn't pick it. The run comes in from third to score. Danny over on first, and 45's get another run. Yeah, I want to give kudos there to Chapo just for the wherewithal to chest pass that quickly and for them to be able to turn that double play. Unfortunately for Iron, 45 still able to get a run across. That one flipped into left. Atkins under, makes the catch for out number 3, but another run across for the 45's. They extend it to 7-0. Iron coming up in the bottom 3, chasing 7. It's not quite yet the final countdown, but the clock is ticking here for Iron. 45's keeps extending the lead. Iron going to have to make a little bit of noise right here. And it's going to start with Nick Wind. It's Nick Wind and then CJ back to the top. So 9-10-1 for Iron. Toomey coaching first with the nice coach lean, says come step into my office. Wind hits that one up the middle. Mercado steps back, easy throw over to first. Close play, good hustle from Wind, but an even better play from Mercado. There's our guy, the bearded villain himself, Mikey. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. A beautiful Monday evening here live from the Park District of Forest Park. Just about to get to 9 p.m. We've got 45's taking on Iron in game 2 of their Monday night doubleheader. 45's beat Pharaohs 13-1 in game 1. Doing much of the same right now, 7-0 in the third. CJ hits that one up the middle, hustling down the line. Nate with the off-balance throw over to first, gets him. So Mercado with both outs here in the inning. We're back to the top, and it's Tyler Atkins looking to keep the inning going for Iron. Not what you like to see there if you're Iron. Quick 2 outs to get back to the top of your order. Atkins hits that one down the line. That's going to hook foul. Looks like the Iron team has new hats this year. 3-tone, red panel on the front, navy blue bill with the white crown. As Atkins hits that one into left center. That one's going to get down, and Chuck's going to chase it back. Tyler around second, heading towards third. Sanchez can't pick it up cleanly. They send Tyler. Tyler around. The throw is off, and Iron is on the board. So 7-1 now. Atkins hammered that one into left center. Neither outfielder could cut it off. By the time Anthony went to go pick it up, Tyler already halfway between second and third. Coach waved him home. The throw offline. That one hit deep into center. Chuck turning around, makes the catch as he falls to his back. Great catch there from Regalado for out number 3. But Iron gets a run back on the board. They're in the column. They're still chasing 6. But they're a little bit closer. We head to the top of the 4th inning. 45's coming up. Iron not ready to pack it up or pack it in. They're just trying to begin, but 45's looking to get their run back here. It's going to be 11-1-2. Chuck, Anthony, and Jimmy. Right before Tyler hit that ball, I was talking about you just don't love the quick 2 outs there from the bottom of your order. Then you've got the leadoff hitter coming up with nobody on, and then, of course, he drives that ball. You would have loved to have some bodies on base. Of course, much easier said than done, but hey, 1 run greater than 0 runs, so you'll take it if you're Iron. Hopefully gets them a little bit of energy and momentum moving forward, but they've got the top of the 45's order coming up here after Chuck. They've got to contend with first. That one over to second. Quirk dives to his right, can't make the play, knocks it down. Quick play over to second, underhand flip from Toomey. Almost a close play, almost had him. Marco applied the tag quickly, but Chuck into second. So one of those where a grounder off the hand of the second baseman kicks off far enough that Chuck able to find himself over at second. So that little deflection adding up to an extra base there for the 45s. And just like that, runner in scoring position here for the leadoff hitter, Anthony Sanchez. Over to Marco at short center. Flips to first for the out, so they get Chuck over to third. One down here, Jimmy up. Big opportunity here for Iron. That one over to third. Spencer knocks it down, throws to first. Good play. Joe with the catch. They get him. Huge play there from Spencer. Stanek over at third, knocked it down. Couldn't pick it cleanly, but stayed with it. Made a nice clean throw over to first. Chuck had to hold at third, so 2 down. A huge out there as Nate up with a chance to get that run back. Iron trying to hold him off the board here in the fourth. Nate hits that one into center. Win slides, makes the catch. Great catch there from Nick Wind. Wasn't sure if he had a beat on that. A lot of topspin. That ball hitting towards the ground real fast, but Nick Wind gets his hands under it, makes the catch for out number 3, and most importantly, keeps that run off the board. So Iron chasing 6 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. That was one of those where I had to wait till Oscar made the call, and even Oscar looked like he wasn't totally sure at first. A lot of topspin on that one as it headed towards Wind in center. A very crucial out made by the Iron defense, and a great play from the young center fielder, keeping that runner at third, not allowing 45s to get that run back. So big opportunity here for some momentum for this Iron squad. It's 3-4-5, Billy, Chapo, and Brian. Absolutely right. Airborne over on Twitch says, held them scoreless. We could have ourselves a ball game brewing. Just missed deep from Jimmy. Billy hits that one up the middle. Mikey with it, plays the hop at the chest. Good throw across. Good stretch from Paulie for out number 1. Nice little Sunday hop on a Monday there for Marola. So 7-1, Iron chasing. Got their one on a Tyler Atkins deep ball into left center last inning. Held 45 scoreless for the first time in the last half inning. Top 4. Looking to do something with that. Chapo hits that one in to left, right at Sanchez, down to a knee, makes the catch. So a quick 2, and here's Toomey. 2 for Toomey. I believe they opened over at the Metro for 5 for Fighting a couple years ago. Toomey hits that one over to Jeff. Jeff takes a step. That one kicks off his hands into the outfield. Toomey around first into second. Much like that ball off the hands of Quirk, that one right at Jeff, had to make a play off to his right, kicked off his hands, squirted pretty far away, and that's all Toomey needed to get himself into scoring position. So 2 outs, runner on second now here for Joe. The lefty deep in the box, set. There's a strike. It's like an interesting chess match here watching Joe and Jimmy. So when Jimmy gets set to throw, Joe spins the bat around, and Jimmy's reset twice in doing so. Joe hits that one hard up the middle. Another high hop to Marola. High throw over to Paulie, but Paulie makes the stretch and the catch. So nothing doing after the runner on second with 2 outs. That's 3 down for Iron. Still chasing 6 as we head to the top of the 5th. Ooh, yeah. Top of the 5th. So 45's up 7-1 right now. They're going to send Scotty, Jeff, and Chris to the plate. Then Mikey and Joe. Quiet inning in the 4th. Iron looking to do much of the same. I would actually do a Macho Man, but I didn't get to balance the microphone at all, and I don't want to blow out anyone's eardrums, so we'll save that one for maybe tomorrow. So Scotty hits this one over to third. Spencer comes up cleanly with that one. Good throw across. So 1 down. Here's Jeff. There's a strike to start things off from CJ. Jeff hits a high fly ball into left. Atkins chasing it back into the gap, over the shoulder, makes the catch. Nice catch there from the sure-handed left fielder. Of course, earlier I mentioned Iron's showing in the tournament last year. Tyler Atkins made some remarkable plays in left field to keep his squad in some of those games. Like I said, very young team, but my goodness, these dudes are fun to watch. So Lentine up here with 2 outs. There's a strike from CJ to Chris. Chris hits that one to the left side, just stays fair. Couple inches inside the line. Tyler throws towards second. Lentine with a 2-out double. Nice little piece of hitting there. Just pushed it the other way. Just barely hugged the inside of the line, and Chris is standing at second. Mike hits that one over to Chapo. Clean pick, throw off his back foot. Real nice play there from Bolinas to end the inning. So nothing doing again for 45's. Quiet innings, 2 innings in a row. Iron looking to do something with it as we head to the bottom of the 5th. So bottom 5 here for Iron. It's going to be Marco, Mark, and Nick. 7, 8, 9, and then CJ if we get there. So Jimmy set, moves Chuck over just a half step. Marco takes a strike. Good start there from Jimmy. Hits that one in to left, just over Jeff's outstretched arms, and Jeff is tall, so he got up there. Nice piece there to start things off for Marco. Timed that one well, just kept rising past the fingertips. So flat pitch there from Jimmy to Mark. Kulaga hits that one in to left as well. Another line drive to the left side. So first and second here for Iron. They've got something cooking as Nick Wind, who made a remarkable catch in center field to keep this one at 7 for 45's. Didn't think he'd be able to get under it, but he definitely proved me wrong. So we'll see what Wind can do here. We'll see what manager Dan Atkins has cooking up as well. As Wind hits that to the right side, Isidro makes the catch, tag over to third. The throw comes to second. So they trade an out for a base. First and third now, one down. Jimmy with the pump. CJ high to the left side, tailing foul. So as we wait to get this one back in play. Beautiful night, completely dark now, no more sun. Weather still perfect. Couldn't ask for a better night here to start things off. Illegal pitch there. CJ hits that to the right side, just past Danny. That's going to get a run in, so Marco scores. Good piece of hitting from the Iron pitcher. RBI single. They cut it to 5, and more importantly, they've got 2 on for the top of the order here with Tyler Atkins. Atkins scored the first run for Iron on a deep drive into left center. Plenty of gap over there right now. Just clip the plate. That one misses. Atkins lifts this one to right. Isidro there. Joe tagging over towards third. So once again, throw goes into second. Lead runner over to third. They trade the out for the base. Another runner in easier scoring position. So a little poke should help cut it even further. 7-2 ball game right now. 45's leading Iron. Iron with runners on first and third. 2 down. Spencer Stanek stepping in. Been a quiet day at the plate for the 2-hitter so far. It'd be a great time to put one in the hit column here. Jimmy thinking otherwise, throws him a strike. One count. Just caught the plate. Jimmy's been real close living back there in that spot. Hasn't been catching the plate by much. Spencer hits that one up the middle. Danny can't come up with it cleanly. So Joe running for Mark comes in to score. Wind running for CJ over at second. Looked like Danny might have been looking to go to second with it quickly. Couldn't come up with it cleanly. First and second, another run. 7-3 ball game right now. 2 down, and Billy Quirk here looking to add. Good wheels on second, so won't have to do much to get another run in. Hits that one up the middle right at Moretti, knocks it down, throws to first and gets the out. So 2 more back for Iron. They're chasing 4. We head to the top of the 6th, and it's a brand new ball game. Two quiet innings offensively for the 45's. They've allowed Iron to get back in it just a little bit. 7-3 right now. 45 sending Joe, Danny, and Isidro to the plate. 8, 9, 10, bottom of the order. Looking to put a stop to Iron's momentum. CJ looking to keep them at bay, get the boys back up to the plate. Good pitch there to start things off from CJ. Deep fly ball to center, Wind over, back makes the catch. Quick out number 1, a good play from Nick Wind. That's the ever-present nominative determinism. Nick Wind was just born to be fast. And if you know my last name, I was born to have a mustache. Danny ropes that one inside, about a foot inside the line. Single to the outfield. Good job by Tyler to get that one in. So a quick out and then a quick base runner here for the 45's. And Isidro coming up. Rolled over to short. Chapo with it. Throws to second for 1. Marco gets rid of it quickly. So they get the lead runner. Good job by Chapo. Isidro replaces Danny over at first. 2 down. Chuck Regalado. I last season told a story about, I had one of my favorite art teachers in high school was Greg Regalado, and after no gloves last year, he goes, "I'm pretty sure that's like my uncle." So, small world. Cool, even if not, you know, cool last name. I'm down with it. As that one into center, looks like Atkins slipped ever so slightly, able to recover and get it in quickly. So, 2 outs, runners on first and second, back for the top of the order. And here's Anthony Sanchez. Probably one of my favorite. I mean, I love the tournament as a whole, but that last day after the final game when the players and our entire staff are just dog tired and we're just all kind of hanging out and talking about the weekend and how much the tournament means to everyone, as Sanchez hits that one into right. Toomey overruns it, can't make the catch, fires it back into home. An ill-advised throw there. Frustrated with himself, so he hoofed it home. Instead of hitting a cutoff, getting it back to the infield, allows 2 runs to come in. So a routine fly ball dropped from Toomey leads to 2 runs. Anthony standing over at second. Big break there for the 45's. Rare miscue from Toomey. Didn't overrun it by a ton, just had to make the catch on his back hip. Slipped right through his hands. That one over at Chapo makes the play on the short hop. High throw. Nice stretch from Joe for out number 3. But 2 back for 45's. They're up 6. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Iron coming up. The rare mental miscue there in right field. Brian Toomey with the error, and then you got to believe out of frustration just tried to get it in quickly, but threw it wide of home. Didn't really throw it in the general vicinity of anyone. Allowed 2 runs to come in and the runner to advance over to second. So just a compound problem there on that one fly ball that could have ended the inning. Iron chasing 6, but we saw him get 2 back in the last inning. They've been starting to mount some offense here as we go, so just looking to do much of the same, and they're going to do it with 4, 5, 6 coming up to the plate right now. Chapo, Brian, and Joe. Of course, Brian Toomey batting second this inning. You've got to believe that his first swing might be a little extra hard as Chapo hits that one over to Jeff. Jeff ranging. That one skips off his chest, took a bit of a high hop, couldn't get his hands on it, and just like that, Chapo standing at first. Chapo with the chopper, and Jeff couldn't come up with it. And you've got to believe the competitor in Toomey would love to get those 2 runs back on one swing right here, but got to be smart. Jimmy threw that pitch almost from third base. Pump and pitch. High fly ball, just got under it. Sanchez makes the catch. Good throw into second. Swung extra hard there. You could tell that's one of those where you just really want it. Great job, though. Toomey was about to throw the bat. You could hear Dan Atkins say, "No, don't throw the bat," and he didn't. So that's one of those where as frustrated as you are, good job. He's taking a walk right now, a little frustrated, understandably, as Joe lifts that one into right over Isidro's head, off his hand, took first step in, couldn't make the catch. Joe into second, Chapo into score. Joe picks up his right fielder there, gets one of those 2 back. Absolutely drove that ball. There's a strike. Almost flat. Oscar thought about it for a second. Marco to the right side. Danny with it. Picks that one cleanly. Sidearms it over to first. So trade the out for the run. 2 down. Little poke here gets that other run back, though. So Mark Kalaga here with a chance to bring it back to 4. Hits that one into left. Anthony Sanchez a couple steps back, makes the catch for out number 3. So they get 1 back. They're still chasing 5. 45's looking to add as we head to the top of the 7th. Iron looking to hold them at bay. So here for 45's, it's going to be Nate, Scotty, and Jeff. Then Chris, Mikey, and Joe if we get there. (9-4) ball game right now. So if you're watching this stream and here in Forest Park, which I know there's about a handful of you, the scoreboard does not match the score, but it is 9-4. Speaking of watching the stream, shout out to our guy Jerry Brown. He was over on Harrison before the game when I was walking my dog and I had music playing and someone screamed my name and scared the ever-living daylights out of me. Spencer with a nice play, ranging off his back foot, throws across and gets the out. Out number 1 on Nate. But I don't think anyone's seen me jump that high in a long time, so said usually people aren't that excited to see me, just like with Mr. King earlier. Caught me off guard, but great to see him. Always exciting to see when softball season comes back, living right around the park, just seeing all the guys parking in the neighborhood, and excited to come here to the Park District of Forest Park. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to live. Great place to play softball. So we're glad you're with us here as Joe hammers that one into left center, just past Wynn. Joe around second. Let's see if he's going to score. Wynn gets the throw back into short. They're going to wave him. He's around third. Big throw in, throw off line. Or sorry, Scotty, not Joe. Scotty around to score. So there's a home run from Scotty. I was looking at Joe when I said that. And 45's gets 10 on the board. Let's get into that point in the night where it's late and everything is just the same. So Jeff here with nobody on, 1 out, 10-4 ball game right now. High fly ball into right center. Toomey there makes the catch. So we're getting a pinch hitter. Larry hitting for Chris. Larry laces that one into center. Easy 2-out single there from the vet. Jeff's going to run for Larry. Yeah, usually when I'm walking the dog, people are yelling at me, but it's never anything nice or things I can't really repeat on a Park District broadcast. So that one back to CJ, tips it to himself, makes the catch. That's out number 3, luckily, because that ball got away. So 1 run back across on the home run from Scotty. It's 10-4. Iron needs 6 to stay alive. So last wraps here for Iron. It's going to be Nick, CJ, and then back to the top with Tyler. So hopefully the bottom of the lineup can set the table for the top, make this one interesting. Not that it hasn't been interesting, 6-run deficit, but it's played much closer. Big second inning for 45's, but other than that, Iron's done a pretty good job keeping it competitive, keeping it close. 45's just came into tonight ready to score. 13 runs in their first game against Pharaohs, 10 runs currently. Always a good day when you can put 23 on the board. Illegal pitch there. Wind hits it over to second. Danny, easy throw to first. So 1 down. Jimmy here with a big smile on his face. Illegal pitch there to CJ because he did not, quote, present. There's a strike to CJ. Lifts that one into left. Sanchez a few steps back, makes the catch. So a quick 2 down, and here's Tyler Atkins looking to keep any hope alive for Iron. 10-4 right now. Atkins hits that one into center, so a 2-out single. Says the light may be flickering, but it's not out yet. Spencer hits that one over to Danny. Danny makes the catch for out number 3, and 45's are victorious 10-3. So 13-1 against the Pharaohs in game 1, 10-3 over Iron in game 2. A successful night for the 45's here live from the Park District of Forest Park. So that's going to do it here live from the Park District of Forest Park. Our Monday, Wednesday men's Major League Softball. Our doubleheader for Monday night. 45's win both 13-1 and 10-3 over Pharaohs and Iron. Good to see Jimmy and Joe having some fun after butting heads a little bit earlier. Chapo says you better not talk about him on your live. But that's going to do it here for tonight. Want to thank everyone for joining us from the Park District of Forest Park. Adam Cumby here live from Field 1. And just a reminder, if you didn't hear earlier, we will not be doing Wednesday games anymore this year, but we will be live tomorrow night. That's right, we're doing Mondays and Tuesdays. We'll be live tomorrow night starting at 6:45 with our Tuesday night A-League. So make sure you come join us. It's going to be a whole lot of fresh new faces, but the action is going to be just as hot. So make sure you join me here live tomorrow night from the Park District of Forest Park for our Tuesday night men's A-League debut on our live stream. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight, even with our pipe delay in the first game. It's been a blast. It's been real. I could not be more ecstatic to be here for another summer of the greatest game on dirt, 16-inch softball, live from the Park District of Forest Park. Make sure you check out our website, www.pdofp.org. Check out our Facebook at PDOFP and our Twitter, X, and Instagram at PD Forest Park. Thank you for joining.